Changemaker, a person the University of San Diego defines as someone who has found the self-permission to advance change for the good of all. It is someone who is intentional about solving a social or environmental problem, motivated to act and be creative. That sounds like someone we should all strive to be, right? Yet why do we have so many global issues that seem to have no solution? Society still upheld by systemic discrimination, rising wealth inequality, and a planet filled with waste. We are lacking zeal for change. An increasing number of people have become content with the status quo. But that doesn't mean we can't harness education to inspire a new generation of global change makers. For me, that inspiration comes from addressing humanity's impact on the natural world. Almost every one of my hobbies takes place in nature, whether it be surfing competitively, skiing, mountain biking, hiking, or freediving. I always find myself drawn back to the raw and unfiltered beauty outside. Dr. Nisbet, a psychologist from Trent University in Canada, explains that there is mounting evidence from dozens and dozens of researchers that nature has benefits for both the physical and psychological human well-being. Only 20% of the world's population is said to be change-friendly, meaning they willingly embrace a change in the way things are. The other 80% are either hesitant about change or despise it. The Harvard Business Review explains that resistance to change is linked to the loss of control, the need to do more work, and the disruption of habit. So how do we begin encouraging a positive outlook towards change? By rethinking the way we educate children in our school systems. In many ways, creativity is dampened when students must conform to rigid rules and structured classwork. This conformity limits their ability to imagine their own ideas. Every single one of us is so unique, and we should not be restricting ourselves to fit societal norms. Instead, we should be utilizing our talents to solve global issues of immigration policy, inaccessibility to healthcare, or glacier depletion that we are so often introduced to, yet never given the tools to solve. To support this, teachers, parents, and mentors must strive to cultivate a mindset of global thinking. This means encouraging broad perspectives and excitement for learning about the interconnectedness of our world. In the summer of 2020, the University of California, Berkeley launched its Berkeley Changemaker program. The program's goals are to help students master critical thinking, communication, and collaboration into an array of interdisciplinary courses. Sample classes include Sense, Sensibility, and Science, Leadership, Communication, and Public Speaking, as well as challenge labs, which require students to develop solutions to real-world problems, like food waste. In my own college political science class this year, my teacher, Mr. B, tasked us with defending an issue opposite to our political beliefs for a final. Topics range from abortion to police funding to foreign policy, pushing students to encounter a new perspective. These types of learning experiences, whether designed to combat global challenges or confront uncomfortable conversations, encourage students to think critically and broaden their worldview. As a child, my family and I spent months every summer aiming to experience as much of the natural world as possible. From treks to the craggy peaks of the Rocky Mountains, excursions through the narrows of Zion River Canyon, to observing packs of elk in Yellowstone National Park, I spent the beginning of my life growing up outside. As such, my love and deep respect for outdoor spaces has inspired my passion for preserving them in light of the rise of urbanization. That's why I've committed my high school experience to learning as much as I can about environmental issues. I've taken AP Biology and AP Environmental Science, participated in beach cleanups, and done my own research on human impact and sustainability. I've made my mark as a citizen science surveyor, where I help scientists gauge the health of underwater ecosystems off the coast of Catalina Island. I collected fish species numbers and removed marine debris. This experience tested my limits. I was in freezing 55-degree water and still had to communicate with my fellow divers and collect data. But if I didn't go diving because I was too uncomfortable, I would have never seen how sargassum seaweed is invasively taking over Catalina reefs, or how necessary kelp beds are in supporting a biodiverse community of organisms. Because I decided to take a risk at something new, I was introduced to an entire new field of research and focus that I didn't know existed. Only through hands-on learning did I find myself more committed to pursue my commitment to environmental conservation. While I was lucky enough to have this opportunity, experiences that push individuals into uncharted territory are not easily accessible. We need to start utilizing the tools of social media and marketing to advertise educational enrichment. Whether it be an online course on conflict in the Middle East, a compost event at your community garden, or an internship position as a research assistant, people need to be made more aware of the opportunities around them. Every school should have an Instagram page publishing interdisciplinary experiences and courses that students can participate in to help establish a more sustainable and inclusive future. I currently follow an Instagram account called Opportunities for Youth. Their page is an informative online portal created for ambitious young people with a desire to make an impact locally and globally. Their posts range from educating users about a Pulitzer Center climate change journalism grant to a United Nations Law Fellowship program. Half the battle is educating individuals on what's available to them. Next, they just have to make the decision to try something new. As a concluding message, I challenge every person in this room, every person watching this talk, or rather every person on this planet to stop accepting the existing conditions as a normal part of everyday life. Let's unify to help expand the scope of education so that individuals can utilize their unique talents and perspectives towards improving the human condition. My duty is to help preserve the environment, but I hope each one of you find your own calling to inspire change. It is time to embrace the unknown. It is time to explore innovative ideas. It is time to inspire those around us to do the same. It is time to become change makers.